I have a brilliant idea. You might think it's nuts when you hear it, but hear me out, because I'm going to follow it up with some really cool sustenance. And this is totally spiritual gangster stuff looking beyond what the eyes can see. So, get rid of your paycheck and see if you can still pay your bills and put food on the table. The reason I say that crazy idea is because a lot of people are saying foolishness like, money isn't that important. Money doesn't make me happy. Money doesn't make me whole or complete. It's not what life is about. I mean, you're right on all those fronts. You are right. But the context in which they're said, the motivation for which they're said from is complete bullshit. So, here's the deal. And it doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with me. If I can help you change how you think about money, it's a domino effect over every aspect of your life and other people around you as well, if you can look beyond what the eyes can see about money. So, here's the deal. The reason why you cannot just get rid of your paychecks, get rid of them and never have them again, is because you will not be able to afford paying your bills or putting food on the table. You'll be homeless. I mean, like destitute. You won't even be poor and broke, you'll be destitute. That's the reality of your situation. For like 98 out of 100 or 99 out of 100 of you, that's the reality of your situation. So what I would like you to do is open your mind first. And then once your mind is open, go on this new wonderful journey, this bunny trail. Go online, go to Google, and start researching passive and residual incomes. And become an expert on that. Because I want you to question not just your current style of income, job money, ordinary earned income, but question me, question passive and residual, because I want to help you become more of an independent, free-thinking human being, not to just rely on me or anything for a crutch, to be lazy in how you think about whatever, in this case, money. So passive and residual income, go check it out. The truly rich people of the world measures their wealth by their time, not their money. And they can be totally detached from money. How wonderful would that be, to be completely detached from money, but still, your lifestyle is afforded. Your bills, your nourishment, putting food on the table. You want to, your first tier needs, and then beyond that, your second and third tier needs, taking a vacation, funding a dream, doing more to give more, whatever the case may be. Imagine having all that stuff covered and then some, but you're not working for a paycheck anymore. You don't have job money that you're needy for anymore. And you're not selling your time for money anymore. You're totally detached from money. Because let me share this with you. At a job, and I'm not saying this to put down jobs, and I realize that jobs in our society is a necessary thing. But think about this. Job money, you have to perpetually sell your time for it. It's the hamster wheel that all of us know and are not very happy with. And if you stop spinning around in that little hamster wheel inside of your little cage, you stop getting paid and you lose your ability to pay bills. You lose your first tier needs and you end up not poor and broke, but destitute and homeless. That's not good. So the only thing keeping you from being homeless in that context, and the only thing keeping you from being destitute, is you perpetually selling your time for money. Time that you'll never get back, and you're paid once per effort, per hour, per day, or whatever. Like whatever hours you put in last week, you'll never be paid for that again. You get paid for it one time only, which means you have to keep selling your time, and that's the hamster wheel. And that sucks. And it's not what the human spirit was designed for. Regardless if you love your job or not, that's cool, you love the job, you love the work, but the income type is the devil, so to speak. The absolute devil. If you look beyond what the eyes can see, being needy for that kind of an income is death to your human spirit. You cannot soar if you're shackled to money. And if you are needy on a job to pay your bills, then you are 110%, not that that makes sense, but you are 100% shackled, chained, and bound to the dollar. All the while you're saying money isn't important to you. That's not true. It is so important to you, you've shackled yourself to it, 100%. Because if you stop trading your time for it, you stop getting paid. That's foolishness. In my opinion, that doesn't make any sense to me. But the real foolishness is the incongruence between what comes out of your mouth about money not being important, but at the same time you're selling your time for it. And when you sell your time for something, your body is attached to that time. So you're selling your time, you're selling your mind and your body and your spirit for a flippin' paycheck for money, which you say is not that important to you. Bullshit. It is so important. You've 100% completely shackled yourself to it. And that's the truth. So if money is really important to you because you need it to pay your bills and so forth, just be honest about it. Or what I recommend is to have a total paradigm shift in how you think about money and realize, yeah, it is important. And the relationship that you have between time and money is also really important. In fact, that's what it boils down to, is the relationship between time and money. Because not all money is created equal. Your job money, it makes you enslaved, shackled to the dollar. Residual and passive money can free you from money and still have everything you need and want covered financially. So become an expert in passive and residual money. Because if you don't get that down, then you'll spend the rest of your life with 99% of the rest of the population that's chained and shackled to money and saying foolishness like money isn't important to me, all the while your feet don't follow what's coming out of your mouth because you're selling your time for it, shackling yourself to it. And you have an incredible brain, a gift of autonomy that all human beings have. You can change your mind, you can make new discoveries, learn new stuff, change your mind and go down a different path and find a better way. So you don't have to stay there. If that is where you're at, I came from that world. I've been free of money since February of 2010. I started that process in 2007, August of 2007. So it took me 2.5 years. It was a process totally worth it. That 2.5 years is going to pass anyway. What's your next 2.5 years going to look like? That time's passing you by, whether you're involved in your own life or whether you're living your life by default in more ways than one. Man, I hope this penetrated something inside of your head. I really do, and for the better. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, you might like my website too, fireyourboss.xyz, not .com.xyz, fireyourboss.xyz. And if you know somebody who might dig this message, share it. Click the share button and put this out there. This whole video is not meant to insult or offend anybody. It's meant to help lift you up, to help you have a little bit of a breakthrough in how you look at money and how you look at life, how you look at everything. And to be more of a spiritual gangster, looking beyond what the eyes can see about money and stop defending a negative energy that you have towards money so that you can get out of your own way, put your ego in its tiny little corner, and realize it's not just about you, but the health of the people of the world and other creatures that we cohabitate with. It really, it's a massive ripple effect, how you interact with money. It affects everything. Just the laws of supply and demand alone affects everything. What you vote for with your money is what you're basically saying to industry, give me more of that. And that certainly has a ripple effect along everything. And how you think about money has a ripple effect along everything, and it affects everybody in the entire planet. So a lot of this is really about ego. If you can shrink your ego enough, give way to enough humility, make some new discoveries and change course, advance your perspective, and continue to grow as a human being and as a free-thinking, autonomous human being. Not because some long-haired freak with a video online told you about passive and residual money, but research it. Google is a pretty cool thing. Bye for now.